From this video onward, we are going to learn how to program with NetLogo on this ant model. So in this video in particular, we are going to learn what is patches, how to define patches, meaning how to create user-defined properties into the patches, and how to inspect patches, how to track patches with specific properties. So in our code window, in the very beginning, we can define some specific properties for patches which will be useful to our ant model. So in this case, we will ask every patch in the whole world to have two additional properties. One is pheromone, which is produced by ants. And we can set different values to pheromone. Also, we also defined food as another property to patches as well. Okay, so that's where we define new properties for patches. But what exactly is patches? Now we are at the interface. In the interface, we have the world in this blackboard. So what is this blackboard, and what is the relationship between this blackboard and patches? If we right-click or control-click, edit, and we realize that the whole blackboard is our world, and this world consists of 70 multiplied 70. This square area is full of patches. It's 70 multiplied 70, which is 4,900 patches. So every patch is like 1 by 1 square. And the original point is 0, 0, and middle place. So we're going up 35, going down 35, going left, going right 35. Okay, so that's patch. So even though we see nothing in the blackboard, but as a matter of fact, it's patches everywhere. So select any arbitrary place. We control click, and we say inspect. And here we go. We have a patch at the coordinate x coordinate -8 and y coordinate 17. And under this patch, it has a number of properties. At the bottom, we see pheromone and food, because we just create the properties without giving any value to it. So the default value is 0. We'll also have other properties like the patches coordinates x and y, its color, label, and the label color. Okay. So we can use a mouse to select any arbitrary patch, but can we use code to specify a particular patch or identify a particular patch? For example, this one, -8, 17. Can we find this one using code? Yes, we can. With observer, we can say ask patches. Among all the patches, we need to find the patch with specific location. That is patch coordinates to be -8 and patch y coordinates to be 17. And by doing this, we can find that patch. And in order to show that patch, we can change its color. We set the patch color to be red. And we can set the patch size. We cannot set the patch size because there's no size as patch size. So we cannot set the size, but we can maybe let the patch speak. We set the label as here. Now, here we go. We did turn this patch into red, and we add a label right here. Can we set the label size? We cannot set the label size. We cannot set the label size right here. So that's all we can do. We can specify a patch and we can set its properties. Can we inspect any patches we want? For example, we want to inspect another patch, say it is red color. Make it red. Can we expect it? Okay, it says something wrong. Expect this input to be an agent, not an agent set. So it looks like it's a set. Can we make it just one agent? So one of patches with this color. Can we do this? Yes, it seems it seems working. Let me try it again. Yes. Now the inspect window comes out, which means this line of code is working. We are seeing the properties of this patch. Okay, so this is how we inspect patches, how we define new properties for patches. As a matter of fact, we can actually do something else. We can define another different thing. Say, let's just make it a p size, even though that's nothing. So we will delete it later. But right now, let's just make a size. And now, if we ask it to show us the property, we did see p size, even though it's 0. Okay, so we know how to define new properties right here. We know how to inspect the patch, find the specific patch with certain properties, and we can identify a patch with their coordinates as well. One more thing, we did mention the patch label. Seems there's no way to change its size. Can we change its size? Maybe we can if we go to this area. If we say the patch size is 7, what if we make the patch size smaller or the font size smaller? Right now the font size is 20. What if we set as 2, where the label size becomes smaller? Let's have a look. Okay, so let's inspect that again. It's here, but we cannot see it here anymore. The little white thing maybe is here. So we change the size again. Maybe too small. Let's make it 10. Yes, now we can see here. Which means if we want to change the size of label, we need to go to the world, the patches setting, the model setting. We change the font size.